Alright, so today we're starting in the inventory because today is all about making bismuth bronze. I have melted up a bunch of this stuff and I want to see how much I can get done. I was looking at the numbers here and I'm going to need, I can't do 70% copper, which is where I usually get in trouble with this because I try to do the minimum zinc and the minimum bismuth a lot, which is only 30%, which would leave 70% copper remaining, and it has to be 65. So I have to do either 20 and 20, 10 and 30, 30 and 20, something like that. So I think I have enough down here. By the way, somebody was asking me in the comments of, I think the last video, about me finding pumpkins to use for permanent lighting. And I've always felt that that is kind of a cheaty way of doing this. The purpose of having the torches unlight themselves is so you have to light them. So I kind of like the idea of having to go around every day and light up my torches. It's just part of my routine. There are lamps that I'll get to eventually. Alright, so let's lay these back out here so I know what I'm doing. I may not have quite enough bismuth for what I'm wanting to do, but we'll see. Because I didn't get a whole lot of that, but we're only going to do 10%. So I should be able to do 5 things of bismuth, and that's plenty to do at the moment. What I'm actually wanting to make this for is the bloomery, and it's going to need a black double sheet or a bronze double sheet times 8, and then for that you need bronze sheets. Bronze sheets takes a bronze double ingot, which takes 2 ingots. So we're going to put the 2 ingots together to make the sheet. We're going to put 2 of those sheets together to make double sheets. So it's going to be a whole lot of this crap. So it'll be 8 times 2 times 2, technically speaking. So we're looking at 16, so 32 is what it's going to take to make this. Why couldn't I open that one? Oh, that one's got the meat in it. Alright, give me this one. That's the one I want. There we go. I gotta cook up my meat. By the way, oh, that's my water jug. Where's my water jug sitting there? This is the one I was trying to... Okay. Okay, those are the open ones. I salted all the meat so it'll stay a little bit better. Maybe next video we'll work on doing the trying to hang them and smoke them. I don't know if I've ever gotten it to smoke. I usually brine them. So I got 6 bronze down here. I can't use the regular bronze because it is only 3. I'd need 4 to make a double sheet. So this is going to be 1, so that's 500 I can do here, 10% for each. So we need 15 of these. Is that what I need 2 of these for every one of these, but I think I'm going to do 3 of these. Let me go back and look at this again. I'm going to use minimum bismuth, maximum zinc, so that'll be 40. So I will need 4 times the amount of zinc that I have bismuth. So I have 5 of these, so I need 20 of these. Let's see how much we got here. Okay, so there's the 20 that we need to go with these 5, and then that's going to be We're doing 10%, 30%, so that'll be 40%. So then I'll need 60% copper. So 6 times 5, which will be 30. And that'll be what we're going to use for copper. Oh, one too many. So that should be what I need. Right there. That should be an ass ton of bronze. So let's start with throwing in the bismuth. And let's see. We are not running. So let's heat this back up here. And I did find out last night that if it starts raining, your forge is going out. So make damn sure you're not a doofus and build a building for your freaking forge, not leave it outside in the rain. Alright, so now you'll see how it says unknown up here. You got to watch out for that, because if it does not say what you're wanting it to say, if it doesn't say bismuth bronze, you're in trouble. And I got to take a little bit of this out of here. So I got to make sure I got enough room in here for the copper. But it'll give you all your exact amounts there. We might be able to fiddle with the amounts just a little bit to try to suck up just a little bit more bronze out of this, but I seriously doubt it with the amount of bismuth we have. And my bismuth is over there underneath water, so I've got a whole bunch of sand here that I'm going to use to try to get me that out of there. Let's unseal this, and I need to put one of these in here. That's going to give me my leather, and these are small prepared, so these will not work for a bed. I need medium or large for a bed. I was hoping they would be big enough, and they're not. So see, now we got 23% bismuth, just a little bit too high, and we've got way too much zinc. We got to get a lot of this copper in here, and hopefully we're going to have enough room to get enough in there, or I'm going to be really hurting. I got to get at least, what, 10% more copper in there? Now this is going to be really, really cutting it close. I put too much zinc in all at one time. I forgot how much room there was in this bitch. 48. 50, but it's still got too much zinc, so it ain't gonna work. And I think if I waste one of these out of here to give me more room, I'm not gonna be able to melt it back down either. I think once I make an unknown ingot, it's unknown forever. I don't think they hold their amount in there. So let's see if we can put another copper in, maybe. Why is it not going in? It's at the highest amount there. We're not out of heat. What the hell happened to this thing? Okay, now it went in. Let's see if it's going to let me pour these. Come on, I got to get one more ingot in there, and then I'll be... Wait a minute, why does that not say bronze? Oh, it's 30.11. Damn it. I get one more in here. There we go. Now we got bismuth bronze. So I just wasted 1, 2, 3, 4 ingots worth of material. So that kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and drop some more copper in here. Get these numbers back down because we've got plenty of copper. I want to save as much of that bismuth as possible. And I'll drop another zinc in here once we get down to about 20%. And let's go cool. Well, actually, are any of these? This one's ready. That one's still liquid. Those are liquids. Let's come down here and grab my hammer. Oh, I didn't grab my flux either. Need a drink. That water is gonna taste like ass, but alright. Put that in there. That in there. Throw that there. That one's still liquid. Let's see, this one's only dark red. So we're going to throw it back in here. That'll warm it back up. Put this one up here. Move this one down here. See, it says danger. Got to get that out of there so it doesn't screw up. Okay, that one says can weld. That's what we want. So we got them both about the same. Now we can pop, weld together. There we go. Now we got our double ingot. And damn it, I'm breaking more molds. Put these in here and get these two going. Back up where they need to be. Let's go ahead and cool these off. And I want to play with them after we get done and see if I can actually get something done. Now we got our achievement for oops. Alright, that one's bright. That one's faint. Alright, we're at dark and dark. Now when you're doing this, if you put one of these over here, I do believe it'll save it if it melts out on you. Otherwise, you're just kind of screwed. Okay, we got bright red. Bright red. We got 3 stars on that one. Okay, 4 stars. Let's get one more star on this one. Fuck it, I think I can do it. There we go. Now we can take these two, stick them in here, get these guys warmed up, and we'll make our first sheet. So if you look here, you put it in here, and you can make your sheet. But it's got to be to can work. Okay, get that one out. So now we'll stick this, we got to pull this out for the moment. Put that in. Wait a minute. Why is the plan not showing up for turning it into a sheet? That. plan for sheep. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta make a freaking bronze anvil before I can do that. I forgot all about that shit. Damn it. Alright, so we're making a bronze anvil today. Never mind. Gotta make more bronze. I should have enough in here I can make that easily. It's one thing that gets a little annoying with this is having to remember what level you need. Oh crap, I just oopsed again because we are too low on zinc, so I got to get more zinc in there. I got too much copper. Alright, now I'll put this in. That'll pour our bismuth bronze again. So we got one double sheet there, one double sheet there. And we can pull this out, put that in so it'll get ready. That one in so it'll get ready. And this is very kind of hectic work. You really gotta kind of be able to keep your head on you for what you're doing. It gets really kind of messed up when you're trying to do multiple things at a time. And then you got like what I have going on right now where I need to eat and I'm trying to get all these things done. And I take it one of these. Yeah, that cooled off on me. I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing. And then I get hungry and get stink particles, need to eat. Just a lot of things thrown at you at once you got to deal with. That's why it's really smart to not try to do too many things at one time. Try to pace yourself, but if you want to try to save on material, mainly your charcoal, you want to try to do as much of this work here together. That way you're not cooling your ingots off at the same, and then having to heat them all the way back up. So you can kind of save a little charcoal if you pour them and weld them back to back. Alright, so let's go ahead and pour some more of these. I should be able to put in maybe one more zinc. Yeah, there we go. And I think I'm going to... Why did that go to unknown again? Damn it. Let's see. 59. 10. Zinc is over 30. That's why. There we go. Throw this in here. There we go. That's below 10. Do I have any more bismuth sitting around here? I got 4 right here. Now this is going to throw off my percentage, or my total amount at the bottom. But because of this one, I'm not real worried about it. I'm going to go ahead and throw one of these in here. Go ahead and pour that a little bit in there. And we should be pretty close. Now I'm not putting anything else in here. I'm just going to pour the rest of that out and hopefully not have to scrap too much more material. Hopefully this is the first and only time I screw up this bad. This is actually the worst I think I've ever done when it comes to pouring these alloys. I've played TerraFirmaCraft quite a few times, but I typically don't try to make huge batches like I did this time, and I think that's where I screwed up, because usually I don't have each one of my ingredients. I usually don't have a full vein of each one that I can go grab. So by having all three of them, ooh, I just about lost that one. I think I kind of screwed myself. You would think having more material would be better. I think at this one I was actually deterred by having it because I had way too much I could throw in at once and didn't think about how much my damn crucible actually held. Alright, so that's 2, 5. I need to get 2 more of these done. I got an orange, dark red, and a bright red. Let's go ahead and get these 2 done. And we'll get our anvil. And I need to get this one out of here. And let's get another one poured. Orange, ouch, get out of there. Do this one. There we go. Now we just need this one last one here. So we got to get this one heated back up just a little bit. We got to get this one out of here. Just give it a little dunking. Pop it out. Then we can throw them both in here and heat them up. That will get them so we can weld these 2 together and we'll make our bismuth bronze anvil. That one out of there. And then I will work on getting the rest of this stuff ready to make the bloomery. And see if we can get that done. Alright, so there we go. Now we can put all these together. We don't have to worry about them cooling off. Just throw them in there and there we go. We have now entered the Bronze Age. So now we'll pull our flux out of here, our hammer out of here, move them over here. We'll leave our wheat there, or yeah, our straw. And now we have the ability to make our bronze stuff. And I need to get a better hammer made, so I might use a little bit of this bismuth bronze and make me a hammer. Let's see. There's the hammer. But I want the actual head, which you can do in here. Apparently it doesn't tell you the rules you gotta have, but it's just 1 ingot to do it. You got specific rules that you gotta go by for how you hit it to make it. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. This one heated up to where it can work. Amount we got in here. Oh, we're exactly at 2200. Okay. So we got just the right amount in there for ingots. I think I'm going to have to make some more molds because I'm running quite low on molds. They randomly will break. Alright, this is that can work. I want to get it all the way up to bright red to where it's almost weldable. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put this in here. We want a hammerhead, and it says we need punch last, shrink not last. So we need to get these two marks to line up. So we're going to do shrink, 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 and then it wants punch. So that means we got to be on this side when we do it. Normally you got to be on the other side and you got to bring it back down. For a hammer, it's the exact opposite. So let's heat this back up. For the first few times you do these, you gotta put an extra bunch of hits in them usually. Alright, so put this back on hammer. So now we want to draw it back to this side. And we need to shrink it. Oh yeah. So shrink, punch. Oh, damn it. Stop taking all my heat out. So we're going to have to do shrink and then punch all the way up. Punch is like the littlest hit you can do, so it doesn't really matter that the hammer is the easiest one to do. And eventually you'll get so used to doing this that it'll just be, you'll know exactly how you got to hit it. And normally this thing will keep, oh, my hammer broke. Shit. I should be able to run down there real quick. I don't even know if bismuth bronze will be lost in there or not. I don't think it'll get hot enough for it, but we don't want to take a chance. Okay, hammer. So now we want shrink, punch, punch. There we go. We have our hammer head, and then I gotta get a stick. Let me get a stick. Your vodka. There we go. So now we have our first metal hammer. And this will last a whole lot longer in this anvil than these stone ones will. And we're going to need a lot of hammering to get done. Alright, so that's it for today. I'm going to pour the rest of this stuff and get all of it into ingot form, and then we'll deal with heating it up, making the sheets, and see if we can get the bloomery made in the next one. So have a good one, everybody.